everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a topic that's making waves in the health and wellness community. GLP1 agonists. Now, just a heads up, I am not a doctor nor do I pretend to be one. I'm just sharing my thoughts after reading up and watching a lot of information about this. Please always consult with a licensed healthcare provider before you start a GLP-1 treatment, or any treatment for that matter. So, what are GLP-1 agonists? GLP-1, or glucagon-like peptide 1, is a hormone that plays a key role in regulating blood sugar levels and appetite. It's also the basis for a class of medications called GLP-1 receptor agonists, used to treat type 2 diabetes and increasingly also obesity. These drugs stimulate the release of GLP-1 in the body, increasing insulin release, reducing glucagon, and promoting feelings of fullness. The effect you probably heard most of is that it slows down gastric emptying, contributing to the feelings of fullness. Medications in the markets include semaglutide, like Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus, liraglutide, like Invictosa, and dulaglutide, Trulicity. Most of these medications are injected. Rybelsus is available in oral form. They all stimulate insulin release and reduce appetite. Their main benefits are lowering blood pressure, improving lipid disorders, improving fatty liver disease, reducing the risk of heart disease and kidney disease, delaying the progression of diabetes-related kidney disease, and improve inflammation in the body. Common side effects are gastrointestinal issues like nausea and vomiting, diarrhea and constipation, stomach pain, bloating, heartburn, indigestion, injection site reactions, appetite changes and weight loss, increased heart rate. GLP-1 RAs can cause a slight increase in resting heart rate in some individuals. Other are dizziness, fatigue, hair loss, and headache. And while all this sounds tempting, there are more serious possible side effects like pancreatitis, gallbladder problems, kidney damage, gastroparesis, digestion slowed or stopped, bowel obstruction, thyroid tumors, worsening diabetes-related issues. Remember, this stimulates insulin, hypoglycemia. All these effects warrant getting immediate medical attention and don't sound that tempting anymore. I am observing lately that more information on the great benefits of these medications is coming out, and there is a sort of radio silence on many of the negative side effects. I think we have to remember that this medication is a very lucrative business. But our business is to be informed and to make the most informed decisions possible for our own health. And I believe going as natural as you possibly can has the greatest benefits in the long run. So, are there ways to get the GLP-1 agonist effects naturally? We need to take into account that the injections and oral medications for GLP-1 agonists are extremely concentrated to guarantee the desired effect. These effects show up pretty fast and weight loss seems effortless. Blood sugar goes down, etc. All rosy pretty. And the weight loss seems to be the most convincing reason for people to decide to shell out some pretty hefty amounts for GLP-1 agonists. But then the injections are too expensive, or the side effects are too harsh. Or you get the Ozempic face and the wrinkles age you. The minute you quit GLP-1 agonists, the weight creeps back and you gain it all back, and in most cases plus some, in about a year. Most people don't start a weightlifting routine and muscle building program while on GLP-1 agonists, And if you don't signal to your body that you'd like to keep your muscle, the body will take it as easy to use material to burn when your food intake decreases because your injection liberated you from your appetite. Remember the function of insulin as storage hormone, closing fat cells, so it may be easier for the body to burn muscle than to get to the fat cells. The medication, I remind you once again, increases insulin. When you get off the medication, you have less muscle than before, and muscle is the engine of the metabolism. So, your metabolism is slower than before, which means you burn less calories while resting than before, and the weight comes back from all sides. You covered the symptoms of your appetite with an Ozempic patch, but you haven't dealt with the root cause. We have to be aware of a few facts about our bodies that are not often discussed. On one hand, your body is worried only about your immediate survival. If you are in age to procreate, your body will want you as fit as possible exactly for that. If not, it's just to survive another day. So, your body's short-term goals can be in conflict with your long-term goals. It will burn the muscle today to have you survive today. But in the long run, this will be detrimental for you. And as you age, it will be harder every time to gain that lost muscle back. You may be wanting to drop a few pounds, but you are stressed. And your body reads fight or flight. So everything is being done to increase energy uptake. You have cravings and are hangry. You wanted to lose weight, but your body stocks up for famine. On the other hand, your body seeks homeostasis. It seeks to maintain the same internal environment despite external conditions. In other words, you overstimulate one hormone, like in this case GLP1, you can bet your weight loss scale that your body will pull another hormone to counter that just as soon as you stop bombarding the GLP1 activator. Have you noticed how stress can make you want to graze all the time? The snacking releases dopamine and other feel-good hormones. And as it goes with many things, you become addicted to ever-increasing dopamine hits. The dopamine your body produced yesterday doesn't do the trick, and you need to add more snacks to get the same effect. Your body is working to produce the effect, but you are wearing your dopamine factory thin. Sound familiar? Sugar is a very effective dopamine activator. To your body's effect, any and all carbohydrates are sugar. Your innocent bagel consisting of wheat flour contains gliadin, a wheat protein component of gluten that breaks down into opioid-like peptides called gliadomorphins that can bind to opioid receptors in the brain and in the gut. Opioids, now we are talking about some potentially serious stuff. All that doesn't sound all that great anymore. Some of you may have heard that getting rid of sugar can be as hard as getting off heroin. I can't attest to that, as I have never tried heroin and much less detoxed from it, but I can tell you it is about up there with quitting smoking for me. Here you see one reason why that is. And we are not even talking about the chemicals put purposely into our snack foods, mainly by greedy food corporations that hire tobacco addiction specialists to make their foods more addictive. So, in other words, we are all junkies. I am not aiming to offend anyone, but want to show you that it's not your lack of willpower that foils your weightless attempt. It is not your flawed eating habits. It's your body ganging up with the food industry against your goals and best intentions. Also, if you remember, we said that GLP1 is a hormone. It is one of many hormones that regulate digestion and appetite. With an injection, you get some exaggeratedly high amounts of that hormone. Your body will seek to balance that. Science and medicine have not yet really understood all the hormones that participate in human digestion. And there's also the factor of our gut flora. Millions, trillions of bacteria in our intestines help regulate mood, our immune system, and many more processes. It is not yet clear what effect GLP1 agonists have on other hormones and on your gut flora. You are up against a lot. No wonder people go for the fast and easy injection. I do think there is a place for GLP1 agonists, especially for morbidly obese people or those that have difficulties handling their type 2 diabetes. But I also think that even diabetes can be handled and in most type 2 cases reversed with other methods. Your blood sugar and weight can be managed by other means. There are several natural things you can do. They may take a little longer and the effect won't be as pronounced, but they will be as effective and more in the long run and may save you the Ozempic phase. First of all, for most people, a dopamine fast can be extremely helpful. If you are used to having a certain amount of daily sugar and wheat, you can opt for detoxing yourself from that. If you are used to a coffee with 3 tablespoons of sugar, try decreasing over the next few weeks. Your palate will adapt and dopamine will be activated with less sugar in the long run. You will become more sensitive to dopamine and its effects again, and you will be better in tune with your body. You can also manage your food addiction that way. Like with most addictions, you have to be ready for a week or 2 of withdrawal. The symptoms come from your lizard brain. That is the part of the brain that regulates all the pre-programmed functions in your body. It likes to overrule the neocortex with urgent cravings and may throw a tantrum with headache and other symptoms. I have quit smoking twice and sugar many more times. It has helped me to think of that ancient brain like kids in the backseat, always noisy, always demanding something. When you get a craving, imagine calling the kids in the back seat to order or to ignore them. Cravings usually pass pretty quick if you stay busy and tell the kids to hush. After a while, you will find that you have peace and quiet in your car. The cravings will subside. Now, any natural thing you take to help guide your body towards what you want it to do will be easier as you turn off the backseat noise. As natural agonists, activators of GLP1, we can mention several layers. GLP1 is naturally produced in the body. First, you can include some things in your diet like olive oil. Drench a salad in extra virgin olive oil and get a GLP1 kick. Other foods that will help are avocados, nuts, eggs, bitter foods like dark chocolate, has to be over 80%, fiber in vegetables, protein in fish, chicken and legumes, as well as healthy fats. As you see, it's the things that are in what is called a healthy diet. GLP1 is a natural hormone and it is triggered when you eat healthy, natural things. I have not found any reference about Pringles or donuts activating it though. Green tea and yerba mate tea also activate GLP1. You can choose a sweetener called allulose. You can order that from Amazon, and no, I'm not getting a kickback. Allulose is less sweet than sugar and is very effective in blocking appetite for most people. Some people, like me, may be sensitive and should start with the allulose with a very low dose, like half a teaspoon at a time. Some supplements you can take are curcumin, berberine, ginger, and green tea extract. Berberine is also very effective, but you should watch for side effects and should only take it for a limited time. No more than a month or 2. And remember, ask your healthcare provider. MCT oil also stimulates GLP1. It works by converting into ketone bodies, which takes me to the next very effective appetite control. The ketogenic diet. It is the easiest weight loss diet I have ever experienced. As you reduce carb intake to go under 20 grams per day, the body starts to burn fat instead of sugar. It uses the ketones produced in the liver as fuel. Ketones burn cleaner than sugar. Most people experience greater mental clarity, and another very welcomed effect is that your appetite is gone. It is also the best and easiest way to control diabetes and helps in reversing type 2. It will also reverse prediabetes and should always be combined with the next point. And that next and very effective, important point is exercise, especially weight or resistance training. I can report that when restarting a weightlifting program like I am right now after an injury that sidelined me for over a year, I will be hungry like a wolf for about 3 to 4 weeks. Then hunger will subside and I seem to naturally gravitate to a healthier diet and smaller portions. Weight training increases the amount of sugar your body can handle without any issues, as sugar is mainly burned in the muscles. I supplement with creatine 5 grams a day. That has for now given me a 5-pound weight gain as I am retaining water in the muscles. But that retained water helps with the soreness you experience with training and aids in building muscles faster. I will drop the water weight in time. I will especially drop it when I get back into ketosis. Every gram of sugar stored as glycogen in the body retains 3 to 4 grams of water. Eat carbs, retain water. The so-called water weight, which can add quite a bit to your overall weight. I think GLP1 medications have their place, but for a person with only a slightly to moderately damaged metabolism, they can be negative in the long run. And for the normal wallet, they can be absolutely draining. If you take one thing away from this session is that you have to work with your body. And you need to use your conscious thinking brain as the adult in the room to override the automatic brain, the kids in the backseat, to get your body to cooperate for your long-term goals. You must shut off the noise so you can hear the "I am full now" things. Alright, and that's it for today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.